Howdy, howdy, everybody. It has been considerably longer than I intended it to be since my last practice session. And in fact, I'm not even so sure when the next one is going to be. And that's because I'm running into a minor conundrum. And whilst I attempt to resolve the problem, I figured I'd at least update you folks with what the hoo-ha is going on. I'm home. My work has created a break for I don't know, some reason or another. Everybody's basically off work for a while. And this room was the room I originally intended to use for my practice throws from the very beginning. It's a spare room in the house that myself and my roommate live in. We're using it for storage. And it has plenty of ample space in order to be able to set up what I need and practice potentially learning dice influence. The problem that has occurred is the fact that in order to properly emulate throwing, to emulate dice influence, as I've come to discover, it's more than just setting up a practice rig to receiving station, as you've seen me use, in order to throw. You want to have your landing station at the same level as where you throw from. This room doesn't have a whole hell of a lot. It's just a bunch of junk that belongs to my roommate and myself. So I thought, well, this folding table right here, this collapsible table, is what I purchased in order to set my practice rig on to begin with. It's great for the receiving end, but what about throwing? I need something of proper height in order to properly throw from. When I'm in hotel rooms, I have a table that I used whenever I was in there that has the same height as pretty much where the bed was, where I set the landing station. The bed also provided ample opportunity to set up the cameras I need and such. Not so much here. Not so much here. So I decided I had some spare lumber and I built that. I think this is essentially a makeshift shelving unit plus platform for being able to throw. And while I had the opportunity, I built this too. I don't know how well this is going to work. This is essentially to emulate the rail of a normal craps table. I don't know if I can really explain this or demonstrate this, but, well, never mind the coffee. Essentially, I belly up to it, reach down, and throw that way, and I'll have the landing area over by the door. This surface right here is the same height, about 40 inches, as the folding table. Great. Got the throwing, got the landing, everything's set. I don't really know if this is going to hold my weight. I'm not going to sit on the stinking thing, but I am going to lean on it. I'm going to grab onto it with one hand to steady myself, and with the other hand, grab the dice and throw. And I will be belling up to it. I'll be leaning on it. I hope it will hold my weight. I don't know. I kind of made it up as I went along, to be perfectly honest with you. Now, the true conundrum at this point is I have a landing area, I have a throwing area. Where the hell do I put the webcam? Normally, it would go in between the two. Throwing, landing. Right here was typically where I put the webcam on top of the bed that was in between the two, along with my laptop, since it is a webcam, it plugs into a laptop. I don't want to build another one just for my laptop. I'm sorry, but I'd like to avoid that. Mostly because I ran out of lumber. And right now, plywood for the tabletop, everything was almost everything was spare lumber. The only thing I had to buy were 3 8-foot 2x4s. Everything else I already had. And I've pretty much used it all. And I went, okay, how much is another 8-foot by 4-foot plywood sheet? Oh, about 40 some odd dollars. Yeah, I could probably use MDF. I could use, what the hell am I thinking of? Particle board. That's somewhere around $30. I'd rather not. I'd rather just figure out what I can do. So I thought about these cardboard boxes are here. Maybe if I just fold them up and stack them on top of each other, put the camera on the top. I mean, it's a webcam. It's about as big as my fist. It's not heavy. I figured maybe I can do that. So right now, I'm in this room, seeing if I have enough cardboard boxes to set it up at a proper height where the camera will be able to see things. If I could, I would put something up on the wall, like a shelf or something. But then I started thinking about camera angles, making it look decent. It doesn't have to look decent. It's not for them. I take too damn much pride in what I make, in the quality of it, when it's not supposed to be that way. That, plus, if I throw the dice at an arc, I don't want it flying up and into the camera. So I'm going to just see what I can do. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and upload this video. I wanted to show you what's going on. This stuff will probably not come with me whenever I do leave for my next adventure. I think they're talking about Nebraska here in a little bit. I'm not taking that with me. First of all, that thing is freaking heavy. This right here, this is, of course, not part of the top. I'll have to brace it to the cabinet thing. I can take this with me, but since it's made of wood, it would require that whatever I place it on be of a certain height. Otherwise, if I put it on a normal table, like you see at like the ones I have at the hotel so far, it'll end up being up here on my chest. And there aren't too many craps tables and casinos that I've been to that the rail is up this high. So far, the highest I've ever had it was like up to my belly button. So, I'm trying to make it as real as possible. There's even the possibility, slim, but a possibility, I could end up buying a craps table that was at my local casino. They took it down about a month ago. Matter of fact, I was walking through just to see if they had opened it back up since COVID, just to discover somebody actually disassembling it as I was walking by. And I talked to the guy, and he said they didn't know what they were going to do with it, store it, sell it, something, I don't know. I talked to him again about a week ago, and they said, oh, yeah, I was just trying to figure out how I can get a hold of you, because you never gave me your number. Well, I was supposed to call you anyway. They're still considering possibly selling it. They hadn't determined a price, and they said, it's not cheap. I said, well, it's a craps table, go figure. But at the same time, I wouldn't have to emulate a craps table. I fucking have a craps table, casino used. Why replicate the real thing when you can have the real thing, if I can afford it? I have no idea what they're going to charge for it. Real ones are $5,000 and higher, depending on who you get it from, how big it is, phase of the moon, color of your socks, you know, that kind of shit. So, I don't know if I'll be able to afford even a used one. I don't know. We'll see. So all this may be moot. No. But in the meantime, if I can figure out a way to manipulate something for the webcam, then I may be doing one today. If not, it'll be another day. We shall see what we shall see. Anyway, like I said, just wanted to see if I could update you guys and let you know what's going on. I'm not just picking my nose doing nothing. I'm trying to figure out how to do this right. All right, everybody. By the time you watch this, I'll probably already have it figured out. So suggest things if you want, but don't be surprised if it's moot. Take care.